Hello, my dear friend. It's me, Paul Walker. Not the famous actor, just plain old Paul from next door, with 80 years of life under his belt and more lessons than I can count. I'm here today to talk about something a lot of people avoid discussing, especially as they get older: personal hygiene. Now, I know what you're thinking. Paul, at our age, who really cares? But trust me, my friend, this isn't just about smelling nice for the grandkids. It's about health. It's about dignity. And it's about showing the world and yourself that you still matter. You see, doctors can tell in an instant when someone is slipping with their hygiene. They don't even need to ask questions. They can see it in your skin, your nails, your hair, even the way you walk into the room. It's like a silent signal that says, "I've stopped taking care of myself." And you don't want to send that signal. So today, I want to share with you 6 personal hygiene mistakes older adults make all the time. And doctors notice them right away. I'm not here to shame you. No. I'm here to keep you feeling good, looking good, and staying strong for as long as you can. And I promise we'll have a few laughs along the way. Because if you can't laugh at yourself sometimes, then what's the point of living this long, right? So let me ask you a little question. When was the last time you really washed behind your ears? Be honest with me. Don't worry, no one else is listening. All right, let's get started. Mistake number 1, bathing less and thinking it's good enough. Now, I'll be the first to admit it. When I hit 70, I thought, well, I don't sweat much anymore. Why bother with a full shower every day? I convinced myself that a quick rinse now and then would do. But oh, my dear friend, that was a huge mistake. You see, as you get older, your skin doesn't just stay the same. It gets thinner. It dries out faster. Dead skin cells pile up like old newspapers you forgot to throw away. And while you might not notice a smell, believe me, others can. Bacteria and even fungi love warm, unwashed skin. I remember one day my daughter stopped by unexpectedly. She leaned in to give me a hug, then stepped back with a polite smile. She didn't say anything, but I saw it in her eyes. She smelled it, and I felt embarrassed. That was the day I realized, even at 80, you can't just skip bathing. And here's something even more surprising. Not washing enough doesn't just affect your body, it affects your mood. You feel sluggish, you feel low. You lose that fresh, alive feeling that comes after a good wash. I read somewhere that keeping clean can even help fight off feelings of sadness in older adults. And you know what? It's true. So here's what you should do. You don't have to scrub like a teenager going to prom, but aim for 2 to 3 proper baths a week. Focus on the key areas: underarms, groin, feet, behind the ears, and those hidden skin folds we'll talk about later. Even a quick sponge bath in between helps. A little effort goes a long way. Now, let's move to mistake number 2, forgetting that the mouth is a battlefield. Oh boy, do I have a story for you. When I was 75, I decided to go on a little lunch date. Yes, even at that age, my heart wasn't completely retired. She was a sweet lady, full of charm, and she had this beautiful smile that just lit up the room. We ordered soup, chatted about life, and halfway through the meal, she leaned closer. I thought she was going to whisper something romantic. Instead, she said softly, "Paul, have you been chewing garlic for a week?" I was shocked, mortified. I wanted to crawl under the table. The truth, I had been neglecting my oral hygiene. You see, as you get older, saliva production decreases. Your gums recede, and bacteria, oh, they throw a party in there. Even if you don't eat much sugar, the bacteria find a way to multiply. Doctors can see it instantly. They can tell from inflamed gums, yellowing teeth, or even the faint smell of infection. And it's not just about bad breath. Poor oral hygiene in seniors is linked to heart disease, memory loss, and even lung infections. I had no idea until my geriatric doctor told me. So what's the fix? Simple. Brush twice a day. Not once, twice. Use a soft bristle toothbrush because your gums are more delicate now. Floss if you can, or use those little interdental brushes that are easier on the hands. And please, clean your tongue. That little pink rug in your mouth traps more bacteria than you think. And if you wear dentures, clean them every day. Don't just pop them out and leave them on the counter. That's a bacteria farm waiting to happen. Now let me tease you a bit. Do you know the dirtiest body part most seniors forget? It's coming up soon. Stay with me. Mistake number 3, ignoring the feet. Our poor, neglected feet. They've carried us for decades, through jobs, through raising kids, through endless walks in the park. But you know what most of us do when we hit old age? We forget about them. I made this mistake too. Bending down got harder. My vision wasn't what it used to be, so I just stopped looking at my feet. My toenails grew thick and yellow, the skin on my heels cracked, and one day, during a checkup, my doctor looked at me and asked, "Paul, when was the last time you really checked your feet?" I didn't have an answer. Older adults often skip foot care because it's not easy. It's hard to reach down. Vision is weaker. And honestly, you think, who's going to see my feet anyway? But ignoring them can lead to fungal infections, painful sores, and worse, mobility problems. Doctors notice this right away. They look at your feet for signs of circulation issues, infections, and even balance problems. So here's my advice. Love your feet. Wash them gently, dry them well, especially between the toes. Keep the nails trimmed. If you can't do it yourself, ask someone for help. There's no shame in that. Healthy feet mean you keep moving, and the day you stop moving is the day you start feeling old. Now, let's move to mistake number 4, not cleaning the ears properly. The ears. How many times have your grandkids shouted, "Grandpa, you didn't hear me," and you blamed it on their mumbling? But the truth was, you had enough earwax to open a candle shop. Here's what happens. Older adults either don't clean their ears at all, or they go digging with cotton swabs so much that they push the wax deeper. Impacted earwax can cause dizziness, ringing in the ears, and even temporary hearing loss. And when you can't hear well, you stop joining conversations. You feel isolated. Doctors see this immediately. It's one of the first things they check in older patients. So here's what you should do. Don't stick anything inside your ear canal. Just wipe the outer ear gently with a warm, damp cloth. If you think you have a blockage, let a professional handle it. Good hearing keeps you connected to the people you love, and staying connected keeps your mind sharp and your spirit alive. Now, my dear friend, what about the places you can't see? The hidden spots no one talks about. That's coming up next, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Mistake number 5, neglecting skin folds and hidden areas. Now, my friend, this is where it gets a little awkward. You see, as we age, gravity wins. Skin sags. We get folds in places we never had before, under the breasts, under the belly, around the groin, even behind the knees. And those warm little pockets, they become prime real estate for bacteria, yeast, and unpleasant smells that no one dares to mention. I'll never forget the day I learned this lesson. It was a hot summer afternoon. My daughter came by to visit and gave me one of her usual warm hugs. She leaned in, then pulled back slightly and wrinkled her nose. She didn't want to hurt my feelings, but I could tell. She finally said, "Dad, did you spill soup on yourself?" Oh, I wished it was just soup. No, it was simply me. I hadn't been paying attention to those hidden areas, and I'll tell you, Nothing makes you feel older than realizing your own child notices something like that. Doctors notice these things instantly. They can see redness, rashes, even fungal infections hiding in those folds. And it's not just about embarrassment. Neglecting these areas can lead to real discomfort, pain, and infections that take weeks to heal. So what do I do now? After every shower, I take a soft towel and gently pat dry all those hidden spots. Not rubbing, just patting. I make sure no moisture is trapped. Sometimes, especially in the humid months, I'll use a little bit of baby powder or even an antifungal powder recommended by my doctor. It keeps me fresh, it keeps me comfortable. And you know what? It keeps me confident. Because feeling clean in those areas gives you peace of mind that no one's secretly avoiding hugging you. Mistake number 6, wearing the same clothes too long. This one makes me laugh because I was so guilty of it. You know how it is. When you find a cardigan or a shirt that's comfy, it becomes your best friend. It feels soft, it feels safe. So you wear it again and again and again. You convince yourself it's still clean because you didn't go outside much. I used to wear the same cardigan for 5 days straight. It was my lazy day cardigan. But one day, my little granddaughter hugged me, then giggled and said, "Grandpa, you smell like the closet." That was a wake-up call. Here's the truth. As we age, our sense of smell isn't what it used to be. What smells fine to you might actually carry yesterday's lunch aroma, a faint layer of sweat, and even dust from sitting too long in your favorite chair. Clothes that aren't changed often can irritate your skin. They hold bacteria, and worse, they send the wrong message that you've stopped caring. And I know you don't want that. So now I rotate my clothes every day or two. Even if they don't look dirty, I wash them. Fresh clothes don't just make you smell better, they make you feel alive, like you're still part of the world. Now, my friend, let's pause for a second. If these tips are helping you, do me a small favor. Hit the like button if you're watching this on video. Leave me a comment and tell me which of these habits you've been guilty of, or which one surprised you the most. And don't forget to subscribe for more honest talks like this, because if an old man like me can keep it real, so can you. All right, let's wrap this up with a little truth. Personal hygiene isn't just about looking nice or smelling good. It's deeper than that. It's about dignity. It's about telling yourself, I still care, I still matter, I'm still here. When you start neglecting these things, it's not just dirt building up. It's a little piece of your spirit fading away. And I don't want that for you. Doctors know this. When an older adult's hygiene starts to slip, it's often the first sign they're giving up inside. And when you give up inside, your health declines faster. But here's the good news. The opposite is also true. When you take care of yourself, even in small, simple ways, you keep your spark alive. You remind yourself and everyone around you that you're still here. You're still you. You still have worth. So let's do a quick recap together, nice and simple. Don't skip baths, even if you don't sweat much anymore. Brush and clean your mouth every single day, twice if you can. Take care of your feet like the loyal friends they've always been. Wipe your ears, but don't dig too deep. Let the professionals help if needed. Don't forget the hidden folds of skin that need extra love. And please, for heaven's sake, change your clothes often. These aren't big things, but they make a big difference. They keep you healthy. They keep you feeling confident. They keep you connected to the world around you. And you know something? When you feel clean and cared for, you hold yourself a little taller. You smile more. You interact more. And that, my friend, That is what keeps you young at heart. So do me a favor today. Take just 10 minutes for yourself. Run a warm washcloth over your face, change into a fresh shirt, put on clean socks, pat dry those little hidden spots you might have ignored, and then look in the mirror. Really look. You'll see someone who still matters, because you do matter. And if you enjoyed this little chat, remember, don't be shy, like, comment, and subscribe. I promise I'll be back with more stories, more tips, and maybe a few more jokes about the funny, sometimes awkward parts of aging. Until next time, my dear friend, stay clean, stay proud, and stay wonderfully you.